Across Australia, New Zealand and the South Pacific, this is the week's Adventist News in Focus.
Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Sibel Kute. New South Wales Premier Mike Baird has joined the chorus of community and church leaders concerned about the too cosy associations between sport and alcohol sponsorship. Speaking at a community fundraising event focusing on the damage caused by alcohol-fuelled violence, the Premier said he's uncomfortable with alcohol logos being so prominently displayed on Australia's cricket team uniforms. The Australian Christian lobby gives credit to Mr Baird for his part in ensuring that the recent Big Bash cricket competition was free from alcohol advertising. A number of Australian church bodies have long warned of the health, social and moral dangers of alcohol.
You encourage sports where people, and sports helps people to become healthy, but at the same time you encourage the drinking side of things. It doesn't make sense, it goes against logic.
Rivalry between Christian churches in the southeast of Solomon Islands has come to a head with a new Adventist church building being demolished and the small congregation told to leave the island. According to the Solomon Star newspaper, the island of Anuta is traditionally Anglican, but Bible studies by an Adventist mission volunteer have led to a handful of people becoming Seventh-day Adventist. When the small congregation built a bush materials chapel on donated land, a group of islanders led by the local Anglican priest dismantled the building, and local village chiefs ordered the Adventists off the island. Adventist leaders in Solomon Islands' capital, Honiara, are seeking a solution. More than 100 parliamentarians from almost 50 countries around the world have sent joint letters to 3 authoritarian governments, pleading for more religious freedom in their countries. At a summit held in New York by the International Panel of Parliamentarians for Freedom of Religion or Belief, the elected representatives drafted letters to leaders of countries dominated by Buddhism, Islam and Communism: Myanmar, Iran and Vietnam. The International Panel of Parliamentarians launched in 2014 and represents political leaders from Europe, Africa, the Middle East and Latin America. The event was co-sponsored by the International Religious Liberty Association, an interfaith body coordinated by the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Following the Adventist World Church's controversial decision in July this year not to fully ordain women pastors, regional church leaders in Norway and Denmark say they will no longer ordain pastors at all. The president of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Norway said the decision is a matter of conscience and that the global Adventist Church has not been following a biblical model of ordination for many years. The church in Norway will no longer report numbers of ordained ministers to General Conference world leaders and will not use the language of ordination to describe its qualified ministers. At the same time, Adventist church leaders in Denmark voted to continue the suspension of ordinations they've had in place since 2013. They're asking the General Conference to confirm that working policies allow for pastors to be credentialed outside of the usual categories of ordained or commissioned. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that situation, won't it? A great way to do so is to sign up for our weekly email updates. You can do that at the Record website, record.net.au. And here's what's new on this week's Record in Focus programme. What does archaeology have to say about the ancient Assyrian king, Sennacherib?
Well, this is mentioned a lot in the Bible. It talks about all the details, and archaeologists have found some incredible confirmation of the whole story.
The nagging wife, stereotype or reality?
Solomon wrote about it.
It's an ancient problem.
It is. He said it's better to live in an attic than in a large house with a nagging woman. So he must have experienced it.
And a warning, mission trips can change your life.
It's totally transformed my Christian life. It's changed my entire approach to the way I see God, to the way I see people, and to the way that I relate to people both in and out of the church.
You can watch Record in Focus every week on Hope Channel, Foxtel's Australian Christian channel, or via the Digital 44 Community TV channel in Adelaide. And if none of those options work for you, All our videos are online at record.net.au. Thanks for your company this week. I'll see you next time on InFocus Adventist News.